So it seems like there is another interested party that have come out and put funds out. Hello and welcome to the video. You could like, share and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit a notification bell so that you know when video go live. So BBC Radio Sheffield reported this, saying that it undoubted that a third party released proof of fund to administrators, insolvency specialists to of about 50 million to show that it got it. Now, there has already been about 70 interested parties lodge their interest. Now, that's the difference here. Lodging your interest and then showing proof of fund, two different things. Since they went into administration last Friday. So, yeah, unsurprisingly, interest in buying clubs have been rife, meaning joint administrators Chris Wigfield, Julian Pitts and Stanley have been inundated with inquiries. And it's been about looking at the real deal of people who are in there. Now, they turned around and said to the Star, there are people who have owned clubs. There are certainly more than one in there. So there's a couple of people who have already had clubs. So, or have owned similar sporting organisations. Read into that of what you will. When we go into NDA, there is two-way street on that. They will be expecting themselves to keep confidential. We're expecting them to keep the information they get confidential. It would be unfair to me to name both of the on that person and everyone else because people start to think they're phaserism. What we've been doing, myself, Chris and Junior, is anything we are passing it on to lawyers to go through the vetting process first. We are not getting involved in having meetings with people until they've been through that because they are just too many people. So again, a lot of people putting in, so you want it to go through the right channels, which is what you want to see. You want to see in that 50 million get rid of people who are potentially going to just waste your time, basically. We have got that many things that we need to be doing. I think people can show that they are keen, but they've got to be the right pedigree, got to have the right money, and they've got to be, and they are talking about what offer they want to make. As long as we are comfortable with that, we think we might get through the EFL process, then we are sort of the pre-vetting for it. That has to be the front of your mind because the EFL directors, officers and owner policy is something quite strict. And there's a lot of things you have to go to show them before they will let someone have a football club, which is what you want. You really do want to have that. You want to make sure that the right people are coming in to the club and stuff like that. Whoever is lucky to purchase the house will be prepared to dig deep into their pockets and improve the club financially. Stanley continues to say it's not fantasy football or football manager not coming in and buying just the playing squad. They're infrastructures that need money. There's a lot of things at the club that need money spent on that hasn't had money spent on them for a long time. The North Stand were built in the World Cup 1966. I must say, it's still looking pretty good. I have been to games and it still looks good and gets a bit of noise generated from it. It was the first cantilever. There's no stanchions. You can get a great view, but it's 60 years old and the structure that is 60 years old and people jumping and shouting every week get tired. So you got a point. You need to modernize things. The standard change and work need to be done on the stand. If work needs to be done on infrastructure, completes computer system or shops. These things sort of work, but there is tiredness and some of the infrastructure that need putting right are things that our new owner can do. On the back of that, you can make more money because your club shop has terminals that are faster. You're not waiting 20 minutes for a seat and stuff like that. So basically, something we've been screaming for DC to do for years, which was invest in stuff behind the scenes, invest in infrastructure, invest in not just the footballing side of things. Every little bit needs a little bit of detail. I think the thing is he got so bogged down with players, training ground, that's it. Nothing more, and then getting the odd kit sorted. There's so much more to running the club than just players, training ground, results on the pitch. And I think it's things like that you look at and you go, we have been so neglected in that area for such a long time. And whoever comes in, you want to see plans. You want to see what their idea is, how they would improve it. How did this get sorted? Like, you see where people got it where some people go to certain clubs and like they've got the way to get their pint and pie is a bit faster, or getting a shirt's a lot easier than it is here. So I think it's one of those things that you have to think about. Infrastructure is a big one we have to remember, and it's not just about playing staff and stuff like that. So really good to see that third have put it in and put their money where their mouth is, and it people who has either had clubs or bought branch. I want not wrong word, but and they said the American version. But what's the word? Organizations. There we go. Sorry, I nearly said the American version, and I hate the American version. So anyway, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you later. Live stream later tonight. Be there.